What's up everybody, I'm Let's Fly RC and my new drone frame is finally here. I'm so excited to share this with you. I really think you're going to like it and I think it's going to be a very popular frame. I named my new frame the Tanq because I truly believe it's going to be virtually indestructible. My major goal for this frame was to help pilots fly more, crash harder, and repair less. You might be asking yourself, what makes me qualified to design a drone frame? If you've watched some of my videos on Rotorite, you may know that I love to build things. What you may not know is that I have an engineering degree from the University of Central Florida, and I've been fabricating car parts at my daily job, which is customizing automobiles for the past 30 years. I was designing drone frames before Rotor Riot and even before flight tests, so I have had many years of experience of knowing what not to do. I also have many robots at my disposal in my shop, such as 3D printers, laser cutters, and even a CNC mill, and that makes it extremely easy for me to build my own parts and quickly make changes for testing and prototyping. This allows me to design and modify many revisions in a very small amount of time. The three things that were most important to me when designing this frame were durability, performance, and ease of maintenance. Let's talk about durability. 8mm arms. That's right, I said it, 8. You're saying, why so thick? Won't that be heavy? To answer that question, I want you to ask yourself, what is the lightest material per cubic inch on our drones? And why are we always trying so hard to minimize the lightest material? Carbon fiber is the lightest material that we build our drones with, and it's also the strongest. So my thought process here was to design a frame that was virtually indestructible by reinforcing it where it counts. Our batteries are so heavy and we carry these massive bricks to record our flights. We should be focusing on reducing the weight of the heaviest objects on our drones and not be so concerned about the tiny minuscule grams that are saved with weakening science holes on our frames. As far as weight goes, technically my frame is only 50 grams heavier than the Vanny style, which was built to be an ultralight frame, but I guarantee you will have a much harder time breaking the Tanq. I have been flying it for over 3 months now, bashing it into concrete over and over. I fly concrete multiple times per week, every week, and I beat the tar out of my drone frames. Not only have I not been able to break an arm, but I haven't even been able to scratch an arm on the Tanq. These babies are going to last you a long time. But if for some miracle you do manage to break an arm, they are extremely easy to replace. I built them with notches so the flight control stack screws can slide right by, without having to remove or loosen all the screws on your bottom plate. In fact, you only have to remove 2 screws and the arm slides right out. So you don't have to break the Loctite on all of your screws, making them more vulnerable to loosening from vibration. I also wanted to make sure the frame could protect the camera. I have been flying my second favorite frame, the Skyliner, for over 2 years now, because up until now, it was the strongest frame I had ever flown. I loved the Skyliner because it held up great and it did an amazing job of protecting my camera from being smashed in a crash. Up until then, most frames had vertical standoffs which bent in crashes, and I broke so many camera lenses. The Skyliner had vertical carbon plates that reinforced the horizontal carbon plates, creating a squared off design that locked everything in place and prevented twisting. I wanted to take that a step further, so I built the Tanq like a tank with a metal front end. My camera mounting plates are made from 7075 aluminum, the best aluminum for quad parts, and they are designed with the specific intention of protecting the camera on impact and keeping the frame locked into a squared off shape that won't bend or twist. This is great for durability, and it also helps in tuning by keeping the frame stiff and rigid. If you fly the new FatShark WalkSnail system, you will love my new antenna mounts. One major problem I've had with durability is crushing antennas that are hanging out the rear. I wanted to find a way to mount the antennas in a durable way that wouldn't affect performance or reception. In fact, I was even able to improve performance by using these antenna mounts as spacers to raise the VTX up off the carbon floor, which helps with airflow and cooling. It also gives the video transmitter soft mounting to absorb impact. I haven't killed a single WalkSnail VTX since I've been flying them, and I haven't damaged any antennas since I started using my new custom antenna mounts. The top plate, mid plate, and bottom plate are all made from 2mm carbon fiber and have strategically placed standoffs to maximize durability and prevent cracking or breaking. There are many more design elements that I have thought of to help with durability, but let's move on to performance. I designed the Tanq for toilet tank battery mounting because I find I eject less batteries when it's mounted sideways. It doesn't crush the GoPro in a crash, and I definitely feel like it flies better by keeping the weight closer to the center of gravity. With the battery lead coming up through the top plate, it keeps it out of the way of the props, and I don't chop the battery lead in a crash. If you don't like toilet tank mounting for whatever reason, the frame is designed to be versatile, and the battery can be mounted long ways like we have done in the past. The frame features a 20mm stack height, which is just enough height to fit your electronics, but low enough to keep the battery closer to the prop line and in the center of gravity, which increases performance. The Tanq also features a split deck design, minimizing the amount of carbon needed on the middle plate and bottom plates without sacrificing strength. Even though the arms are 8 millimeters thick, they are only 10 millimeters wide, allowing for more airflow to pass by, which relates to more thrust and less drag. This whole frame locks together so tight and rigid, it makes it a breeze to tune. And we have an amazing tune created by our master tuner Tyler to help you get in the air quickly and have a great starting experience. But enough about performance, let's talk about ease of maintenance. The action camera doesn't have to be removed to access electronics. The top plate and the aluminum camera mount are completely separable, so you can easily access the internals for quick maintenance or repair. But the action camera can also easily be folded forward if needed to provide even more room for maintenance without completely removing it. We touched on this already, but 2-screw arm removal means not breaking loose all the thread locker and quick arm swaps. I even have some alternate arm configurations coming soon, which will make this even more valuable. The capacitor has its own specific mounting location inside the frame and away from damage in a crash. The Tanq is also designed to be compatible with our solder-free electronics. And my new motors are now available in solder-free. And this makes swapping parts and building a new quad a breeze. All video systems are compatible with the Tanq, including HDZero, DJI, FatShark, WalkSnail, and analog. And even the new DJI O3 air unit also fits my frame with no issues. And if a new camera comes out, the TPU camera mounts make it really easy to design a new one if needed. And it also soft mounts the camera, dampening vibrations. There's so much more that you're going to love about the Tanq, and I could talk about it all day. I know this is a lot of information to process, and if you've made it this far, thanks for watching, and I hope you love the Tanq as much as I do, and I really hope it helps you fly more and repair less. I hope to see you again soon, but for now, check out some flight footage from my new flagship frame, the Tanq. It's armor for FPV.
Say what you used to say to me. Take me into your arms where I should be, and make me feel like I'm flying. Love me like I'm dying. Can you change your mind? Can we do it again? Can we start it over? Even if it's pretend, let us be the same, with just our hearts to claim, calling out your name. To love me, to love me, to love me. Let me feel your heartbeat next to me. You're all that I'll ever need. But I ignored you when you were crying. So now I love you like you're dying.